How you guys doing? Good to see you guys. Yeah, man. Give me 1 second. So I'm still getting everything kind of up and running. I forgot that I got some new lighting that hopefully makes this look a little bit cleaner. Although I can still see that there's some weird like there's sheets laying over all of my like shelving and my plants and everything, and so it's never going to be 100% perfect, and that's I guess that's just the way it's going to be unless I can figure out a way to I might actually get some curtain hangers, and then I can hang these things. But anyway, but doing all right. Life is getting weird, but good again. Well, that's nice. Getting weird but good. That's interesting. How does that work? And yeah, give me 1 second. I forgot. I've been working all morning as per is my usual. I spent the early morning posting a free Patreon post to let people know about the Launchpad shows and let them know about all the other cool stuff that's happening. And no worries. No worries. Thank you, Vilma. No worries, Aldadul. Yeah, this. And then after the Patreon, I captured some more footage. Come on, dude. So yeah, I captured some more footage for the stream. And so I still have, I captured a bunch. I made it ready to like do my magic to it, but I haven't yet done all the magic to it. But, and it's not a lot. What I'm doing now is I'm looking for, I'm trying to collect just special effects, like, so there's no narrative, there's no characters, there's no, maybe a person might like a foot might show up or something, or you might see a silhouette of somebody dancing or something. But for the most part, I just want to have visual effects. So that way it looks, so that behind me, it's just a big, it's just a big show of like explosions and magic and lightning and, cool stuff. So I have a new job at a thrift bread shop, working on getting out of an abusive situation and then going back to school. And with that, yeah. And that's, you were telling me about the TikTok. That's great. I'm excited to hear that. It's always fun when, when somebody I know, is doing something on one platform and it's not really gaining a lot of traction, and then they try something on a different platform and suddenly things start taking up for them. That's really, really awesome. I'm excited for you. But yeah, let me do the show, because I'm already running a little bit late. I've got a full day today, but I do want to, like, people do every now and again do explore this channel, whether it be Twitch or Facebook or YouTube, and I just want to give them I want to give them, a little bit of, this is kind of what the Launchpad thing is all about. For those of you that don't know, I've stopped doing Twitch in earnest. I used to stream 5 days a week. I stream now once a month. And what I've done is I now do only private shows. And I do private shows just for my Patreon and my Discord community, and they're always super, super fun. And it's now a brand new nascent thing, but I got tired of working with third-party companies that would change their business model and have a deleterious impact on my ability to make to generate revenue. And I didn't retain ownership of I obviously I own the stream, but I didn't anyway, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, fuck this noise. I'm going to walk away from all my third-party partners. I'm going to create my own thing. And so I'm still in the process of building out. In fact, Aldo, I do want to talk to you, man, because I've had a Cloudflare subscription for a few months now, and I still haven't figured out, there's no this is how you take your live stream and push it out across the planet. So I've spent I think it's $15 a month, and I've paid it for 5 or 6 months of that, and I haven't figured out how to use it yet. And I know I could just reach out to the customer service and ask them, but I just haven't had time, because because if I don't work, I don't eat. If I don't work, my family suffers. So let's get the show up and running. This is mostly a bunch of the hits. I did throw in a couple of new tracks, and let's do it. Hold on, wait. No. And boom. Okay. Here we go. Come on, love, and let us blow this scene. Let us hurry home and get between the sheets, between your lips and between your thighs. Let us seal the space between you and I. Kiss me now, kiss me hard. Let me feel the fury of your lonely heart. Fuck me now, fuck me long. Can you hear the love buried in this song? Come on, love, and let us die tonight in an orgy of sexual suicide. Let's tear the flesh right off our bones, and we'll fuck all night to the rock and roll. Kiss me now, kiss me hard. Let me feel the fury of your lonely heart. Fuck me now, fuck me long. Can you hear the love buried in this song? God damn it. Come on, love, and let's fall in love. Let's prove that there is a God above. Let us light a fire and dive on in. Let's become saints, engage in sin. Kiss me now, kiss me hard. Let me feel the fury of your lonely heart. Fuck me now, fuck me long. Can you hear the love buried in this song? There we go, finally. Come on, love, let's blow this scene. Let us hurry home and get between the sheets, between your lips and between your thighs. Let us seal the space between you and I. Kiss me now, kiss me hard. Let me feel the fury of your lonely heart. Fuck me now, fuck me long. Can you hear the love buried in this song? Yeah, my timing's a little bit off right now because I got all kind of fucked up trying to get all these graphics going. Anyway, fuck it. But here we go. So yeah, I'll settle in just a second. I apologize, but yeah, I wanted all the cool background stuff to be having. Drive me crazy, but I love you gonna. Shit, hold on. Sorry, everybody. God damn it. You know, I just realized I don't have the lyrics. I don't know this. This song is a new song. I don't have it memorized. And I just realized, so I looked up for my lyrics. And I'm like, I don't have the lyrics. Give me 1 second. Let me just, man, there's so many moving parts to this stream now. Come on, hi, please. There you go. Yeah, please. So God, man, it's so frustrating. This, yeah, no worries, Zach. Good to see you, brother. How you doing, man? Hey, is that Jazzy girl? Hey, how you doing? So this whole setup, like, is made all the more complicated. I have a Behringer X18 soundboard, and so basically I have a software interface. And they used to have a piece of software that was designed by Behringer that was supposed to be your like iPad interface for this digital soundboard. And it was great, and it worked great. And then one day it just stopped working, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And it turns out that changed, or not iTunes, but Apple changed some stuff in their iOS. And suddenly now the Behringer X18 software, X era software, no longer works. Now they were alerted to the fact that this change was going to happen, but I guess they just dropped the ball in terms of actually making the changes. So that's the software. There's all sorts of functionality, like stuff like EQing, like really important things. Like EQing was no longer available to me. Taking snapshots was no longer available to me. So I couldn't I couldn't set up my entire thing and then be like, I want it to save for this setup. So if I'm doing a fingerpick song, I want certain guitar levels to be different, and certain vocal levels to be different, and certain reverb levels to be different. And so And so I'm like, what the fuck? And so everybody's like, oh no, just use this new thing called Mixing Station, and it works great. And it's like $5, and you do that, and you're all set. Well, Mixing Station has like 15 different steps for everything that I want to do. So it's, in order for me to, like, I used to be able to just press a button and switch all my settings and be like, oh, this is great. Now I have to, like, and then what I do is when I click the thing, I have to hold it. So it goes, boom, and then it goes, do you want to load this? Yes, that's why I just hit the button. Yes, I want to load this. But what they also have right below the yes, I want to load this, there's the delete this. So many times, because I'm doing this and I'm figuring things out and I'm getting it all going, I'll be like, oh shit, and I will delete an entire setup of settings. I'm like, motherfucker. So I actually had to create backup versions of all of my settings. So my snapshot thing is just absurd, because I've got multiple backups in case in a live stream when I'm talking to people and doing all my stuff, and I have to do the 9 different extras. Like, it's just like, come on, man. Why are you making things more complicated? Why do you make it more difficult? But all right, but give me 1 second. So let me get all the lyrics up. I really do apologize. I don't think I need lyrics for every song. So let me just take a look and figure out what songs I do need lyrics for. But I will need it for Wild Animals. I will need it for Erase Me. Hold on, let me go here. Songs. So there are a lot of new. Oh no, there are a lot of new songs in this. Hi, Celeste. There we go. Okay. So Wild Animals. There we go. Let's add that. And then Erase Me. Let's add that. And then Ultrasonic. Let's add that. Still the Music Plays. I know. Ride All Night. Let's add that. And then Death and Taxes. I know. Everybody's Working. That one I know, but sometimes I resequence the lyrics and let's change. Just have that one as a safety thing. I Hate Everyone I Know. Ladies and Gentlemen, We Are on Fire. Let me get that. That one I don't know. Ladies and Gentlemen, We Are on Fire. And then The Trouble with Being Poor, I have memorized. And then Off of Their Heads, I've memorized. Okay, great. So there we go. All right, awesome. So let's get the show back up and running. I really do apologize. Like I said, there's a lot of moving parts. But as I get better at handling and managing all this stuff, it should get. Oh my God, it should get a little bit smoother. 1 second, hold on. Okay, I forgot that some of these I have to say. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, well, good. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, it's a fun set. I mean, I just wanted to open up with a set list that I was pretty on top of, which is, again, I apologize with Fear of Your Lonely Heart, just getting these graphics up and running while also playing and trying to pay attention to the stops and then try to do stuff in the middle of the stops. It threw me off a little bit. But that should be the only time that I'm feeling a little bit weird. All the rest of these songs I know pretty well. Hi, what's going on? Stone Age, baby, you can drive me crazy. You can light a fire and put my heart right into it. Stone Age lover, I don't want another. I just want to touch you. Come and let me love you, baby. Let's get prehistoric lover. Let's get wild beneath the covers. So Stone Age got us. Guess you really got us. Guess we're gonna do it. Guess we're gonna love on through it. Stone Age, darling, can you hear me calling? I've been a hollering, I've been a hollering. Let's get prehistoric lover. Let's get wild beneath the covers. So wild animals, bumping, pushing, baying, playing, breaking every single rule. Wild animals, touching, taming, titillating, taking time to love on you. Wild animals, doing things and drinking, roasting, loving, take it all. Wild animals, doing, driving, danger, diving, darling, we done it all. Stone Age mama, can it be a papa? Can't I touch you? Can't I love you? Everything. Stone Age lady, you can drive me crazy, but I'm gonna love you, everything. Let's get prehistoric lover. Let's get wild beneath the covers. So do 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 do. Let's get prehistoric lover. Let's get wild beneath the covers. So wild animals, bumping, pushing, baying, playing, breaking every single rule. Wild animals, touching, jamming, titillating, taking time to love on you. Wild animals, baking, breaking, roasting, baking, baby, we can take it all. Wild animals, doing, driving, danger, diving, darling, we done it all. I will love you. I will love you, baby. I will love you for all time. I will love you. I will love you, baby. I will love you for all time. Do 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 do. Let's get prehistoric lover. Let's get wild beneath the covers. So wild animals, bumping, pushing, paying, playing, breaking every single rule. Wild animals, touching, taming, titillating, taking time to love on you. Wild animals, baking, breaking, roasting, baking, baby, we can take it all. Wild animals, doing, driving, danger, diving, darling, we done it all. Yeah, all right, cool, man. This next song is called MCA. Whew. He's got a starched white shirt and a double Windsor knot in his tie. The stereo squawking and the traffic's not moving on the 405. He pulls up to his office and he checks his watch and it's 9:15. works a day through and then he returns to his loving wife. I've got an old t-shirt and a dirty pair of jeans and a brand new song. I don't got money, don't got a girl, and don't got a job. I don't know why, I don't really mind, but I don't care at all. Maybe it's because, baby, I got a brand new song. It's all that I need to get me by. The new melody, and I'm alright, my friend. I'll sing another tune, sitting here alone in my room, passing the time, playing my songs. Nothing is wrong. Made my choice, I broke my bread and I drank my wine. And for my misadventures, I will surely do my time. But I will celebrate each of my mistakes and every single crime. 'Cause baby, I made mistakes, but those mistakes were mine. And now they don't need to get me by. It's a new melody, and I'm alright, my friend. I'll sing another tune, sitting here alone in my room, passing the time, playing my songs. Nothing is wrong. I was born to be a loser. 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 I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. 'Cause all that I need to get me by is a new melody, and I'm alright, my friend. I'll sing another tune, sitting here alone in my room, passing the time, playing my songs. Nothing is wrong. Yeah, oh shit, hold on. Fuck me. Hold on. Okay, I think this will be alright. This is a song called Erase Me. Hey, Battle, how you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. Erase me, erase my pencil lines. Erase me, leave an empty sheet of white. Erase me, wipe me from the page. Erase me, I wanna be erased. Oh, I'm an accident. Oh, I am confusion. Oh, I am mendacity. Oh, I am calamity. Erase me, wipe away my lines. Erase me, I'll disappear in time. Erase me, help me fade away. Erase me, wipe me from the page. Oh, oh, casualty. It's me, my outline disappears. Erase me, I was never here. Erase me, wipe away the dust. Erase me, I know you think you must. Oh, 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 oh. Erase me, erase my pencil lines. Erase me, leave an empty sheet of white. Erase me, wipe me from the page. Erase me, I wanna be erased. Hey, welcome back, Fanakri. How you doing? That's, hold on, shoot. Okay. Oh shit, what's next? Okay. I bring the riot, I own the takedown, I stoke the fires, I am the knockout, I am the pushback, I own the meanwhile, oh, I am, oh yes I am tsunami. I bring the anthems, I light the bonfires, I count the heartbeats, I push the count high, I cut the flesh wound, I slice the deepest, oh, I am, oh yes I am tsunami. Crashing in like tidal forces, charging up like cavalry horses, dropping in like the force of gravity, pressing in like a surge of lava, messing with the laws of awesome as a burst of shackles holding me. I'm ultrasonic, everything you want, everything I do for you, I do it all to turn you on. I'm ultrasonic, everything you want, everything I do for you, I do it all to turn you on. I'm ultrasonic, I'll give it if I got it. I'm ultrasonic, I'll give it if I got it, gonna give you everything. I am the landslide, I bring the wildfire, I sing the true song that catch the loose sky. I beat the heartbeat, I pound the rhythm, oh, I am, oh yes I am tsunami. Surging up like rising mountains, blasting forth like a raging fountain, coursing in with the fury of the storm, raging in like a violent clamor, heavy rain that falls like hammers, handing out the havoc and the scorn. I'm ultrasonic, everything you want, and everything I do for you, I do it all to turn you on. I'm ultrasonic, everything you want, everything I do for you, I do it all to turn you on. I'm ultrasonic, I'll give it if I got it. I'm ultrasonic, I'll give it if I got it, gotta give it everything. They can't slow me down, they can't wear me out. There's no road too far, there's no tearing down. They can't hold me back, they can't slow me down. There's no getting lost, I'm all turn you on. I'm ultrasonic, everything you want, everything I do for you, I do it all to turn you on. Ultrasonic, everything you want, everything I do for you, I do it all to turn you on. I'm ultrasonic, everything you want, everything I do for you, I do it all to turn you on. I'm ultrasonic, I get it if I got it. I'm ultrasonic, I'll give it if I got it, gonna give you everything. Yeah, there you go. It's a song called Ultrasonic. Hey, Martin, how you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. That's awesome. It's exciting to hear about the Elka Panther for Pro Tools. I'm excited, man. Okay. I just fucked up. I'm playing the wrong song. Sorry, 1 second. I was expecting it to be Ride All Night. Let's do this. Okay. It'll be, and thank you, Paper Cat. Good to see you, man. How you doing, brother? This is a song called Still the Music Plays. Lots of people like to sing the songs. They just don't like to pay for them. Doesn't matter, I don't really mind. I just don't know how I'll get by. I'm as broke as I've ever been. I don't know how to make a dime singing the songs that I write. All I've got is another stupid song, all about the fact I don't belong. All about the fact that I will struggle till the end of my days, and still the music plays. I love it when you sing along. I wish you could always sing along. Makes it all seem so worthwhile when a new song makes you smile. I love it when you smile up at me. You know I don't care. Oh, then I'm broke so long as you're there. Or that I've got another stupid song. All I've got God damn it. All I've done, till the end of my days. There we go. And still the music plays. I got caught reading chat. It's so hard to keep on going. It's so hard to keep on going. It's so hard to keep on going. Lots of people like to sing the songs. They just don't like to pay for them. It doesn't matter, I don't really mind. I just don't know how I'll get by. There you go. God damn it. I got caught reading the chat. Wife glares be damned. I was like, wait, what? All right, so this next song is called Ride All Night. Do I have time enough to? Here, yeah, I do. Here. No. Here, I'm just going to get a little sip of water. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. I'm singing along, and I'm like, oh wait, I don't know what I don't know what the lyric is. Okay, here we go. My voice is not warmed up, so there's gonna be a high falsetto that I'm gonna really struggle to hit. But she's been sleeping not at all. She's been feeling 2 feet tall. Been wondering if she has what it takes to survive. She's been struggling to keep clean, and the struggle it bites me. She's been wondering if she has the will to stay alive. Oh, she's climbing on a bus to somewhere she's not quite clear. Just so long as that somewhere, oh, that somewhere isn't here. Yes, she's climbing on a bus. Oh, she knows she's out of time, so she's gonna ride all night to the end of the line. Oh, the end of the line. Yes, the end of the line. Oh, the end of the line. She's been losing all along, no matter what's been going on. She knows she's gonna end up worse off, much worse off than before. The conclusion is foregone, the conclusion's never wrong. And she knows it won't be long before she knows she needs to score. So she's climbing on a bus to somewhere she's not quite clear. Just so long as that somewhere, oh, that somewhere isn't here. Yes, she's climbing on a bus. Oh, she knows she's out of time, so she's gonna ride all night to the end of the line. Oh, the end of the line. Yes, the end of the line. Oh, the end of the line. And when she goes, there's no going back, no looking back, no holding back, she's gone. And when she goes, there's no turning back, no walking back, no nothing back, she's gone. Now she's holding so much weight, the pain is many miles away. And she's in a dream, a lovely dream of anything. Now she's holding her own weight, she's meant somehow to escape. And she's in a dream, a lovely dream of anything. Oh, she's climbing on a bus to somewhere she's not quite clear. Just so long as that somewhere, oh, that somewhere isn't here. Yes, she's climbing on a bus. Oh, she knows she's out of time, so she's gonna ride all night to the end of the line. Oh, the end of the line. Yes, the end of the line. Oh, the end of the line. Yes, the end of the line. Yeah, hold on, wait. Yes. So, I really, hey, Retro Roadshow. Hey, can I just to repeat? Hey, can I wish my back? Oh yeah, that's as you're playing it. Yeah, of course. Great, thank you. But yeah, so that song. It's I like that song is a double entendre, depending on how you want to look at it. It's either somebody that's dealing with substance abuse issues, pulling a geographic, which is what happens is people, mostly drug addicts, what they'll do is they'll be like, oh, if I just move out of town, if I move somewhere else, then I won't have all my dealer friends, and I won't have all my friends that I use with, and I'll be able to I'll be safe, you know, and that will work for a couple months, and the next thing you know, you meet somebody that also uses, and you're like and then you're off to the races again. And that's called pulling a geographic, but. That's exactly right. Temporary is the sobriety by location, and that's but it's also about actually, but it's really truthfully for me, it's about somebody who administers herself a hot shot. She's just overwhelmed. She's like, I can't deal with this, and so I'm gonna just go out and just have a one weekend of crazy partying, and so she's, you know, so it's entirely like the idea is that she's basically setting herself up to kill herself. So that, you know, so and I have a number of songs like that where, depending on the perspective that you look at it, it can be dark, it can be darker, and sometimes it can be like a romantic song, and other times, and if you look at it from a different perspective, it can be a stalker song, or it can be a child molestation song, you know, like so like I've got a song called Child of God, and that's which I'm planning on doing a full band version of Child of God, but that one, it's basically, it takes place. It's a little boy and a little girl. They're both 10 years old, and they have adventures together. And there's little intimations that perhaps either one of them is being molested, you know. And it's sort of them being friends and them kind of dealing with very adult things and kind of talking around the topic. And you know, and then of course the girl dies in the story. And it's really funny because there's multiple interpretations. So a lot of people are like, I love it. It's a sweet romance. It's a sweet childhood romance. Other people are like, oh, this is terrible. The girl's being molested, and here's a boy that's kind of like who's friends with her and is kind of watching from the sidelines. Other people have postulated, which is really, really awesome. They've postulated, they're like, maybe the girl is just made up. Maybe it's really the guy. Maybe the kid is going through all this, and he's created this girl idea to kind of foist all of this evil, like all this ick that's happening to him. And I'm like, that's fucking amazing, you know. The second, and regarding Ride All Night, Funakri, and I definitely do. You know, the thing is that, like, you know, it's funny because all it is it's two things. It's pain management and it's control, right? You know, so like I've definitely been. Thank God I don't get there anymore. I don't get that despondent. I don't get to the point where I'm like I do still deal with suicidal ideation all the time, but I don't act on it. You know, I don't even really contemplate it, other than to be like, man, if I was just gone right now, it'd be so much easier. You know, like I'm one of those that look at her as an imaginary friend or an aspect of himself. Yeah, no, you see that? Yeah, that's so cool, man. And you know, and it's funny because I never even ponder that. And then somebody, that's exactly right. And somebody suggested that, and I was like, fucking, that's amazing. But it's really funny. When I was writing that song, when I was writing Child of God, as I was working out all of the lyrical perspectives, I realized that, there was the possible double entendre of this could be a love story, or this could be this could be a boy looking at a girl that's being abused and being like powerless to do anything about it. And so it's really him trying to like love on her as she's going through horrible stuff. And so what I did is when I originally wrote the lyrics, there was stuff that was more pointed and more leaning towards he was in love with this girl that ended up dying, and her ghost haunts him, you know. And then but then for me, but I was like, but I can't, if I just do some tweaking of the lyrics, I can clear the road for however people want to interpret it, which is awesome. And then people in the stream were like, hey, you know, what about if it's this kid's the only person? Maybe it's just one boy and he's experiencing all this, and he's created an artificial person to kind of take all of the shoulder of all the pain. And I'm like, that's fucking amazing. So that's really, really, really cool. And what did you switch to, Paper Cat? Oh, did you switch from and sweetheart, you're gonna have to wait a little while, okay? I know you probably want something, and you're gonna sort of be like, I want it now. I want it now. I want a bean feast. Give it to me now. Uh-oh. Hi, where did my capo go? Oh, here's. All right. So give me 1 second. But yeah, man. So yeah, I do think that the new lighting does make this thing work a lot better. And you're absolutely right, Retro. It took me a moment to kind of figure out what you were saying. But then I got some lights, and I tinkered with it, and I was like, I see. So there's still a little problem right here, which is so crazy I can't figure it out. Hey, Alexandra, how are you? Awesome. I That's probably 100%. It is funny, man, because there is. I don't want to. Again, I don't want to generalize for Isabella, and she'll probably take exception with this. But there definitely is somebody that there is a temperament of somebody that is attracted to musicians, but I think ultimately like hardworking musicians. Like the thing is, I think most people that are attracted to musicians, they're like, oh, this will be a temporary relationship that I don't need to really vest myself in. It'll be fun to hang out with this person, and maybe a song will be written about me, or maybe I'll be able to like be special at a show. But the thing is, I don't think they think of it from the perspective of, oh, this is something we're gonna do long term. And then there are the other people that are like, yeah, they're like, I like the fact that this person's passionate and he gets things done, and so yeah, I know you want boba, sweetheart. I know you do, and we will get you boba. But the thing is but we can't talk about that right now on the stream because I'm streaming and I'm doing my job. So here we go. All right, let's see. So okay, this is a song called no, it's not. Oh yeah, this is a song called "Death and Taxes." And this one goes exactly. Oh no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It goes like this. Hold on, wait. She's coming for me. Yes, the Reaper. She's coming for me. She's clad in black and white, and there's nothing in her eyes, nothing at all. But the tax man got there before her. Yeah, the tax man got there before her. He took most everything except this song to sing. He took it all. Oh, my dealer, I'm waiting on her. Yes, my dealer, I'm waiting on her. She's got something for me, something that I need. She's got it all. Oh, my preacher, he's praying for me. Yes, my preacher, he's praying for me. The choir always sing, there's just no saving me, no way at all. 'Cause the devil, he walks beside me. Yes, the devil, he walks beside me. Jesus loves me more. The devil got there before, of that I'm sure. Oh, the Reaper, she's coming for me. Yes, the Reaper, she's coming for me. She's clad in black and white. There's nothing in her eyes, nothing at all. Yeah. All right. So this next one is a song called "Everybody's Working." I've just got a few more left, and then yeah, I've got about 3 more songs. I think 4 more songs. But Everybody's working, everybody needs to toil. Oh, we're working so much harder than we did the year before. And we work so goddamn hard for so very little pay. And we work and we toil every day. Everyone's unhappy, everybody is checked. They haven't made it yet. And we know that there's no end in sight. This is our everyday. And we work, dynamite. And we toil, and we pay. Slow it down, take it slow. Let's turn on the radio again and listen to the songs that we love. All the songs we sing along to. All right. What makes this be some sort of universal cosmic joke? But we know the bills, they must be paid, and so we slave away, and we work, and we toil every day. Hey, Mountain Dewer. Slow it down, take it slow. Let's turn on the radio again, and let's sit and listen to the songs that we love, all the songs we sing along to. Yeah. Slow it down, take it slow. Let's turn on the radio again, and let's sit and listen to the songs that we love, all the songs we sing along to. All right. Hey, I'm Sarge. How you doing, brother? Slow it down, take it slow, let's turn on the radio, and let's sit and listen to the songs that we love, all the songs we sing along to. Slow it down, take it slow, let's turn on the radio again, and let's sit and listen to the songs that we love, all the songs we sing along to. Slow it down, take it slow, let's turn on the radio, and let's sit and listen to the songs that we love, all the songs we sing along to. Slow it down, take it slow, let's turn on the radio, and let's sit and listen to the songs that we love, all the songs we sing along to. All right. Everybody's working, everybody needs to toil. Oh, we're working so much harder than we did the year before. And we work so goddamn hard for so very little pay. And we work, and we toil, and we slave. So, that song, I changed the shape of it. Well, I actually didn't change the shape of it. Hold on. I did change the shape of it a little bit, but but that's the shape of the original version of the song that's originally on the album. I've since come up with a completely different acoustic version of it, just because I've gotten rid of some of the big instrumental breaks and stuff like that, and some of the little delays, because those delays are awesome when you've got other instruments that can hold them. But and so I have the, because I haven't played the original shape in years and years and years, I actually charted it out, but I didn't chart it in Paperbot. And the last time I played this, which was a week ago on, I think it was on Monday. I was like, oh crap! I forgot to chart. I forgot to transfer the charts that I did on my desktop to the Paperbot, where I keep my lyrics from my live streams. And I was like, I got to remember to do that, and I didn't. Dun dun dun! Hooray! So as I'm playing, I'm like, oh yeah, crap! I have no idea how the shape. So I was anticipating the shape, but I didn't get it exactly right. So if you guys want, I will refund you your money. You do not need to worry. You'll definitely get your money back. So here we go. So this is a song called "I Hate Everyone." It's a true story about how I hate everybody. Oh, shit. No, it's not. No, it's not. Here it is. Fuck me. I need to do this thing. God, so many moving parts. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, this is the new version. This is the version that's going to be coming out. You can buy it now if you're part of my Patreon or Discord community. Or you'll be able to buy it in a couple weeks on Bandcamp. Thank you for not agreeing. Chick in the checkout line was paying for beers with nickels and dimes and some old man to clip coupons and argued whenever they wouldn't take one. All I wanted to buy was some cigarettes, but I couldn't take it anymore, so I left. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. All the people on the street, I hate you all, and the people that I meet, I hate you all, and the people that I know, I hate you all, and the people that I don't, I hate you all. Oh, I hate you all. Some fucking asshole just cut me off and gave me the finger when I fucking honked. Then he proceeded to put on the brakes. He slammed on the brakes, but I made a mistake. When I climbed out of the van, he was waiting, but he was 6'3" and 200 pounds of Satan. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. I hate everyone. All the people on the street, I hate you all, and the people that I meet, I hate you all, and the people that I know, I hate you all, and the people that I don't, I hate you all. I hate you so much, oh, I hate you so much. Bet you think I'm kidding, I promise you it's true. I hate most everybody, but most of all, I hate, oh, I hate you. All the people on the street, I hate you all, and the people that I meet, I hate you all, and the people that I know, I hate you all, and the people that I don't, I hate you all, and the people in the east, I hate you all, and the people I hate least, I hate you all, and the people in the west, I hate you all, and the people I like best, I hate you all. Oh, I hate you all. So yeah, that's it. So basically, no, here we go. Basically, what happened was, yeah. So knowing I needed to re-record it for an episode called "I Hate Everyone" of my podcast. Most of these songs, the derivation of the new recordings come from the podcast, and then what I do is because the podcast, I take the instrumental sections and I extend them out. by 2, 4, 6, 10 measures, so I can talk over them, and so and I truncate them for this stream, and then I eventually put them out on records. So what and often what I do is between each iteration I change them pretty substantially, or Outworlder started on the podcast, but then I radically transformed the mixes and I put out the album, but it all starts, it's all now starting with the podcast. So and now I play all the instruments, so I can't play the viola, and there's lots of viola in I Hate Everyone. So I was like, okay, I have to do it without the viola. What can I do to kind of make up for that? So I added all the fun background vocals. I hate you so much. Oh, I hate you so much. I added all the like kind of snarky, but also things would be lots of fun to do it in a live setting where everybody can sing those parts as I'm playing everything else. So yeah, it just ended up being a really, really fun way to kind of like, start from the ground floor, throw in some drums, figure out a bass line. So the bass is a little bit more present and a little bit more bouncy than it originally was, because there's no real competition, So yeah, it's a fun little track, or fun little version. Okay, let's see. So this is a song called "Ladies and Gentlemen, We Are on Fire." And this is actually the album version. No. Here we go. Wait. Hold on. Oh crap. Hold on. Okay. Okay, there we go. I haven't played this one in a little while, so. I literally just played that and I couldn't remember it. Okay, there we go. Sorry. We're gonna be alright, everything's on fire. The ship is going down and the things are climbing higher, but we'll be alright. What else can we do? The ship is going down, but baby you look beautiful. I love the way the things like your face. Oh, darling, you're so beautiful. I love just how the fire lights you now. Oh, darling, you're so beautiful. We're gonna be alright. There's chaos in the streets. The buildings, they are burning and we're running from the heat, but we'll be alright. There's nothing left to do. Burn, baby, burn, and love you are beautiful. Embrace the fire, burning desire. Oh, darling, you're so beautiful. I just can't wait. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, darling, you're so beautiful. And gentlemen, we are on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on fire. We're gonna be alright. The world's got insane. We're gonna steal a car and then we're gonna make a getaway. We'll be alright. What else can we do? Everything's on fire, but loving you are beautiful. Embrace the fire, burning desire. Oh, darling, you're so beautiful. I love just how the fire lights you now. Oh, darling, you're so beautiful. Okay. The next track is a song off of my newest podcast album, podcast episode. It's called "The Trouble with Being Poor." There's 5 songs, 5 completely brand new recordings, and then I also have, if you're a patron of mine, I have 1 additional act, so about another 10 minutes with a completely brand new, never before heard song that weaves in and out of the story. So thank you, Sarge. Thank you, man. Thank you, Jazzy Girl. Am I pronouncing that right? Is it Jazzy or is it Jassy? But yeah, is it Jazzy with a Z or Z, depending on where in the planet you're from, or is it Jassy, like as in sassy? I like to spell or pronounce people's names correctly. But here we go. So this is a song called "The Trouble with Being Poor." Okay, here we go. Said, joking to me, I will smoke these cigarettes. I simply smile, but oh, all the while I wonder how much time we get. Trouble with being poor is not always wanting more, but keeping the things you have and the things that have you. Oh, we are all alone, and in the end alone, alone again. La 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 la. To keep me from thinking of all the things I once had. Oh, but that drink was a reason I think that all that was good has turned bad. Trouble with being broke is sometimes there is no smoke to tell you that there is a fire at hand. Oh, we are all alone in the end, alone again. La 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 la. Oh, I wish I was a king. There's not a thing that I would need. I wish I was the Pope, then I would have some hope. I wish I was the sun, I would shine on everyone. But I am only me, the toughest thing to be. Trouble with being poor is not always wanting more, but keeping the things you have and the things that have you. Oh, we are all alone in the end, alone again. La 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 la. Yeah, right on. All right, so this is gonna be our last one, everybody. And then I'll hang out for a little while and we can chat. But thank you. Yeah, and we'll go get some boba in just a bit, sweetheart. But here we go. So this is a song called "Off with Their Heads." will beat back. They're due to launch another counterattack. Enroll the tanks, so reload the guns. Everybody's beating down on everyone. I think you could be a star. Just do the unthinkable, the cameras are on. Life is cheap, we're all practically dead. They're coming for us, so off with their heads. They're coming for us, so off with their heads. They're coming for us. What a feeling. Can you feel it? Are we dreaming? Money is king and Jesus is queen. It's the goddamn weirdest thing that I've ever seen. Blood is cheaper than water for sure, and it spills so black and it feels so warm. I think you could save us all if only you were 300 feet tall. But no matter, it's already been said. They're coming for us, so off with their heads. They're coming for us, so off with their heads. They're coming for us, so off with their heads. Chop, 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 choppy, chop, chop. Chop, chop, choppy, 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 chop, chop, chop. Chop, 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 choppy, chop, chop. Chop, chop, choppy, 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 chop, chop, chop. Chop, 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 choppy, chop, chop. Chop, chop, choppy, 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 chop, chop, chop. Chop, 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 choppy, chop, chop. Chop, chop, choppy, 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 chop, chop, chop. Beat on the kids, and the kids will beat back. They're due to launch another counterattack. Enroll the tanks, so reload the guns. Everybody's beating down on everyone. I think you could be a star. Just do the unthinkable, the cameras on. Life is cheap, we're all practically dead. They're coming for us, so off with their heads. They're coming for us, so off with their heads. They're coming for us, so off with their heads. They're coming for us, so off with their heads. Night Battle, good to see you, man. Thanks for hanging out here, brother. Yeah, guys. So if you want to participate, so the actual main Launchpad shows, I don't use public domain stuff. Like I use a bunch of movies that I own. I use a bunch of animated movies that I own. I take special effects and a bunch of really cool visuals. I take a bunch of really cool visuals and I do exactly what I just did with this. All this stuff is public domain, so I can broadcast this wide to everybody. But I do private shows where there's a much more thought out and much more a dynamic graphic presence, like background presence. And hey, thank you, Camo. Good to see you, man. And so if you want to participate in that, you can either join my Discord, which here, let me get you the. Well, just check out my Patreon. Check out my Patreon. You can find, you've just searched that, you'll find, I post it every single time I do a post that's available to everybody. I also post a link to the Discord, and it's a permanent link, so you should be able to find, the one I posted today, the newest post, there's a Discord link there. And yeah, man, and you can hop in that. And then I will, so tomorrow at 2 p.m., same time as this stream, and then tomorrow at 8 p.m., so I do 2 shows a day on Sundays and Mondays, so 4 shows in a week. And hey, thank you, Martin. Thank you, brother. Yeah, and I'm excited. I'm excited to install the Elka Panther, and I'll definitely, like I said, I think the episode with Prisoner 65 is coming up in 2 episodes, I think. But yeah, but we'll see. But as soon as I like, so it might take me a couple months to get to it, man. But in the same time, I'll also certainly use the Elka Panther and other songs, and I'll send those to you just so you can kind of get a sense of like how I'm using it. But that's awesome, man. Thank you, brother. But yeah, so this, hold on, let me turn off these crazy, let's do this and let's do this. All right, there we go. And so yeah, and so I have a whole, so yeah, the posters are shipping on Monday. So if you order posters from me, it was a Kickstarter I ran way back in April, and I had 2 really difficult weeks. Almost back to back, right before May, and then right in the middle of May, and both of those, just threw my finances and my revenue out of sync, and so I've been limping along, and I haven't had enough. I've been robbing Peter to pay Paul for months now, and I'm finally at a point in time where I think I can at least cover out all my debts and get the posters out. So I'm going to be mailing a bunch of them on Monday. And then, and then we'll see. So, and then I'm gonna be launching another Kickstarter for Juggernaut. I'm gonna be doing the book. I can't grab it now, but I do these beautiful hardbound books that look like records, but they look like CDs, but they're not CDs. Shit. Oh, I stepped on it. Oh, fuck. I stepped on a burr. I guess one of the dogs brought a burr up here. I stepped on it, and it was really painful. Awesome. Yeah, and so there's all sorts of cool stuff happening in the Get Set Go camp, and most of it you can access a good 50% of it for free. So if you just hop in my Patreon, you can now join my Patreon for free. So there's a join this community button. So if you just go to my Patreon /GetSetGo and just click the join this button, join this community. And the great thing is you'll also see that I posted other stuff. So if I post something that you're really into, you can literally join for $1. You could join for a week, and thank you, John. Thank you, man. Yeah. And I am a fan of the books. I think that, like my hope is to be able to put out, just to keep putting books out for the next decade as I'm putting out, because what I'm going to be doing is as the podcast. So I record 50 brand new songs for the podcast, for just the actual podcast itself. Hey, Wizzo, how you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. So I record 50 songs for the podcast. And then I also record 10 songs, 10 completely brand new, never before heard songs for the bonus content every single year. So I have a whole bunch of material to work with. So I'm going to put out multiple records in a given year. I think about one every quarter. And I only make them available via Bandcamp. And then my intention is I'll just stockpile a bunch of this stuff. And then for the next 20 years, I'll just be able to keep putting out cool books, thank you for now. Yeah, I mean, it's how I pay the bills. We exist on absurdly slim margins, and if I don't hustle, if I don't keep putting stuff out, if I don't keep being like, hey guys, I got something brand new, and everything I put out brings in a trickle of revenue. I mean, over time, like the books. The books are about $50 a piece, and I make about $6,500 on the books, which is awesome. But I sell them over the course of like 3 years, so it's not like bankable income. It does bring in a nice little chunk of change right out the gate. Same thing with my albums. Now I sell my albums on Bandcamp. I make between $1,000 and $2,000 in like the first couple weeks. And then I just make little trickles of money there and that. Every now and again, and so in the beginnings of the releases of my new records, I make my entire. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's like so I've got a bunch of different revenue streams, and all of them bring in a tiny amount. But that tiny amount so far has made us. We've been able to like survive-ish. It means that I can't slow. I just can't pull my foot off the pedal. Now my hope is that the podcast keeps growing. It is unique. Like no one on the planet Earth has ever done anything like what I'm doing. There's over 100 hours of work that goes into each individual episode because I'm recording an entire EP. So drums and bass and guitar and piano and shaker and tambourine and background vocals and then mixing and mastering and I'm doing all of it and EQing and editing. Like I do all of that for every single for each episode I do 5 songs. So it's an enormous amount of effort. And then just writing the script will often take me anywhere between 1 and 5 days. And just as I'm marshaling my thoughts and figuring out the best, because I try to keep them down to about a half an hour per episode. So 5 songs and all the spoken word all in within half an hour. The longest running one I have is about 45 minutes, and then the shortest ones I've got are about 30 minutes. So they're not wildly all over the place, but but yeah, man. And so it's like the books, it's the podcast, it's the albums, and now, and it's Patreon, it's my BMI payments, and that's all of my revenue streams right now, it's just like, and none of them bring in a ton of money, but combined, we've been able to like at least stay in the house and keep me doing what I'm doing, so. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build out my Patreon. I'd like to get to the point where I've got 1,000 patrons and I'm making $1,000 a week. That would be, if I could just have that as a baseline, then all my other revenue streams we could live on that, and then all the other revenue streams could just go to savings, and maybe in a decade I can retire because by the time Hesitation Cuts will have been done, 10 episodes per season, that's 50 songs per year, times 10, that's 500 songs. Just from Hesitation Cuts. That doesn't include my 20 plus records. So it is a fucking titanic and voluminous amount of effort, or voluminous amount of material and titanic degrees of effort. But it's been super fun. It's just not yet paying the bills. And so my hope is that I can get to a point where I can survive like that, and the great thing is that everything leans into each other, right? So the podcast is where I kind of recontextualize my music. Hey, this is why I write these kinds of songs. This is why I keep tapping on this theme. This is for me what is important about the way I approach life and approach the struggle that is being a working class musician, right? Being a working class artist. And I take that and I turn it into story and I record the songs, and then I take those songs and they make their way into this stream, and I start playing them here on the stream, and I see which recordings really resonate with people and which ones don't, and then I go, okay, these, and then of course as the stream is continuing over the course of the year, then I go, oh, these songs seem to resonate with people really well, but they also seem to work well together. Let me come up with a concept for a record where I can connect all these songs. So everything kind of leans into everything else, And then my intention is, right now I'm just doing a footage collecting thing where I'm just trying to capture as much cool visuals as possible. But each little visual thing I've got, as you guys could see when in the stream, each visual thing I've got has its own sort of emotional resonance. And so once I've got 1,000 clips, then I'm gonna start going through and be like, oh, these are good for sad songs, and these are good for down-tempo songs, and these are good for ebullient, high-energy songs, and these are good for songs about fire, and these are good for songs about nature, and so what I'll do is I will start building little buckets where all of these visuals go into. And then with those, and then so that way I can click on a bucket. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to be doing a 3-song set of kind of slower songs. So I'm going to click on the slow song components and I'll just have them play randomly. And so it'll be a bespoke, unique visual experience alongside the music. So that's, yeah. Well, I mean, dude, yeah, the thing is, I can't go get a day job anymore. There's no more in me to go find, like, so if I decide to like walk away from music, I have to walk away 100%. So my intention is to get as much done, if things keep trending the way they're trending. It's crazy because my Patreon is growing. It's just growing very, very slowly. My podcast listener base is growing, just growing very slowly. So I am at the complete, all of my credit cards are as close to being maxed as possible. I keep managing to pay them down a little bit, and then I have to use them because, like life happens. So I'm at a point where all of my meters are red, and I'm still trundling along, and I'm still working my ass off, and I'm still doing pretty well. But I think all it would take is one big, like what happened in May, just the beginning of May and in the middle of May, taking those 2 weeks off, one to go close out my storage unit in LA of 30 years, and the other one to go play be with some friends and play a festival in Little Rock, not Little Rock, in Fort Wayne, Indiana. That 1-2 punch of missing those 2 weeks of work literally just caused my whole like thing to like my whole machine just got really out of sync. And so now I'm almost getting it back to normal. But I saw the perfect job on the job ad the other day, and then as I read the job description, I started getting the type. And that's exactly right. The thing is, I mean, it's funny. I like working hard, and I like doing a good job, and I can work for other people. But the thing is that like I have to when I do something, that has to be who I am and what I do, And so when I took a part-time job at Thundercloud Subs, and how I got through that back in 2017, 2017, and how I got through that job was I just made beautiful. I made very fast, beautiful sandwiches, and because I made them very fast, I needed to make sure that I had plenty of materials, right? And often, what would happen is if my coworkers did the morning prep, often they wouldn't do enough, and often they wouldn't, and so I'd be working, I'd be making beautiful sandwiches, and I'm kicking ass, and people are like, "Look at this guy go, and it's amazing," and look at this beautiful sandwich, and I would run out of stuff, so I started getting in extra early and doing all the prep. So people were like, "Yay, we love working with Mike because he does fucking everything." But I was like, "Yeah, I just like making awesome sandwiches," So I tell this story. No, I tell a story very similar to this in my newest episode called "The Trouble Being Poor." But so for me, I like working hard and I like being good at what I do. But I have so much that what I'm doing now is a full decade. I've outlined a full decade of work. I've got a full decade worth of stories. I don't have all 10 years of story laid out, but I have till the end of this season, and I have all of next season laid out. So I have 3 seasons of stories and music already planned out. And then my hope is by season 4, enough life will have happened that I'll be able to kind of give you a little bit more of an update as to this is kind of what's been going on, and my hope is that I can track my growth and talk about what happens as you're seeing things grow. And also, which is actually the very next episode, is about starting over. It's about the idea that you work really hard and you bust your ass, and people are like, "Wow, you're really kicking, you're doing it, and you're kicking ass." And then the rug is pulled out from underneath you, and you have the wind knocked out of you, and you're like, "Fuck, do I have to do this all over again?" And invariably I have thus heretofore just gotten up and done it all over again. And so I want to talk about that. I want to talk about what it is that compels me to just not give up and just keep on keeping on. So that's this next episode. But and so I do have a whole bunch of I got a whole bunch of stories planned out, and then by season 4, hopefully I'll have some new perspectives, and I can tackle that. And at some point in time, I'm gonna have to start writing a song specifically for episodes. So what my hope will be is that all of the stuff I'm doing right now will become so easy because I'll have done it so much between now and then that I won't have to think about it, and then I can put more effort into writing new material specifically for the podcast. So. Oh yeah, Camo. So yeah, it's called Hesitation Cuts. Little Mutt, can you put that in the stream, or can you just put? Oh no, yeah, it's hesitationcuts.com or hesitationcuts.org or hesitationcuts.net. Hesitationcuts. Pretty much anything. Yep, that's it. And that will get you to the podcast. And really, the podcast is super fun. The first three episodes, but I don't think I hit my stride until episode 4. I think episode 4 is really where I get a real balance of this is me being as open and as honest and as it's every episode, pretty much every episode after that was very scary for me to put out because I'm being so open and so vulnerable about this is kind of what was going on in my heart and my head, and then every episode, every subsequent record, every subsequent episode, I think that they feel, and it's really funny because I do have people that were fans of the podcast that got really angry with various episodes, because I do, I'm very much this is my perspective, and of course I am a human being with my own view. Sweetheart, what are you doing? Sue, My I've got my own perspective on the way I deal with things, and certain people take significant umbrage with that, and so I've yeah. No, it's poor Sue. Like, it's Isabella and Sue don't really get along very well. And so Sue has a tendency to overreact, and she has a tendency to antagonize him, so so yeah, man. So anyway, but I do, like, the podcast is free. And then if you really dig it, and again, like, so episodes that I would suggest, the episode is season 1, episode 4 called Small Easy. Oh no, episode 4 called The Heart and the Head. That's a good one. Episode 7, Small Easy Payments, which is about my drug addiction and about when I had a stroke, and about me watching a good friend of mine drink himself to death. And that was a horrible situation. So I have a pretty front row view, and I've both been on the team playing the sport, and also been right on the court as as the game was being played. And so I talk about that in Small Easy Payments. And then on episode in season 2, I would suggest the newest one, Trouble with Being Poor. If you are a poor person, if you've lived paycheck to paycheck and have struggled to pay your bills, I think that one will really resonate with you. Of course I tell my story because I talk about my perspective on being poor, but I do think that, like, I tried to hew closely to the narrative thread of, like, like, most poor people, they're not slackers. Most poor people are not, like, they work hard. Like that's, if you're an American, like poor Americans work really, really hard. Often they're working 2 or 3 jobs, And so the idea that you can't pay your bills, and the idea that you are one financial disaster away from losing everything, that takes a psychic toll, And so I talk about all that, and then of course it's all supported with song, and so it makes the narrative, and the music, and so so it took me until episode 4, I think, to really get good at handing the baton off. Where the story starts with this, the story starts with spoken word, and then the music kicks in, and the music and the story hands the baton off to the music, and the music carries it and elevates the story, and then the story kicks in, it comes back in the middle of the song, and it all keeps building, and so I think that I'm getting better. I'm not amazing at it, but I don't really have a template to follow. No one's ever done this, So I don't have I don't have somebody I can pattern off of. So I am literally inventing. Now, fortunately, I used to write for film and television, so I have a pretty good handle on how I like to write, and how I like to speak in a way that makes it feel very colloquial and very much like I'm just talking to you like I am now. But at the same time, like, I also try to, like, sideswipe you with a perspective that maybe you weren't expecting. I like to have I like to try to keep it ebullient and entertaining and interesting, even if we're dealing with really, really dark stuff. So another episode called True Love, which is season 2. That one's pretty fun. I've got one about, I grew up in the Palm Springs area, in Palm Desert. And so Queens of the Stone Age, Eagles of Death Metal, Bramp York and the Bros. There's a whole bunch. There's a big desert scene of which I was a part of, and that episode's all talking about us, like, like we would go out in the middle of the desert to play rock and roll because the desert didn't want us, like the desert. It was a retirement community. They had no interest in teenage kids, and so we just made our own entertainment. We just went out in the middle of the desert and brought a generator and fired it up. And so, yeah, man. So there's lots of cool, fun stuff. So I highly recommend it. And then the great thing is and if you dig the podcast and you dig the music in the podcast, you will find that music here, and you'll also find permutations of the podcast versions here as well. So I've got, like, Outworlder is a lot of the songs the roots of the songs started with the podcast, but then I decided to add lots more arpeggiation. So I added piano playing the exact same, because it's all finger pick songs on the guitar. So I doubled all the finger picking with piano and with like arpeggiators and with banjo and a bunch of other stuff, just to make it feel like a fabric, like a mosaic of music. So yeah, and so all of this stuff, and so all of it, and you can access all of it pretty much for free. and then if you want to, you can access it for free, and then of course, if you can enjoy it for a while, and then and then to keep enjoying it, you have to buy it, but everything's cheap. It's I still maintain fidelity with other poor people, so. I love you guys, but I do have to go because I have a ton of work to get done. I need to get my these posters. I did it. I had a successful Kickstarter back in April, and I have yet to get these posters out because like I said, I just ran out of funds. So I didn't really. Yeah, man. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy how many people are just kicking the bucket, and it's crazy because. It's people of kind of all age ranges. Who else was it that just passed recently? Yeah. What? I don't remember. Unions just unions have been on life support for a long time because at least here in the U.S. because people are actively trying to eliminate. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah. I mean, again, anything with power, if you don't have proper checks on that power, and if you don't have a system in place to make sure that power does not become corrupt, it will inevitably become corrupt, right? So the thing is, so you have to be vigilant, and you have to make sure and the thing is, so I do understand that there have been unions that have become corrupt over time, but same thing with governments, and same thing with bureaucratic organizations, and same thing with corporations. So from my perspective, the idea of giving the workers a collective voice and being able to say, hey, we are not paying us enough, and we need other things other than just a subsistence level wage, Oh no, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. That's actually very funny. I actually know another guy, a guy actually named Pat Cooper. That's yeah. I mean, it's not. It's just our tendency, right? Like we can be so short-sighted, and we can also be it's very exceptionally selfish, and we want and I mean, in fact, that for me is my that's why I work the way I do, because the thing, and that's why I part of me doesn't. I mean, I do lament the fact that I'm not pulling enough money to easily pay my bills and put money away. That is frustrating for me. But I also like the fact that the money is not the motivator for me. Like it's the things I'm making, and I've had to carefully curate the way my career operates to make sure that's the case, because the moment it becomes a job, or the moment the money becomes the primary motivator, is I know the moment that the job begins to lose its allure. It's the moment it's no longer the music, and no longer the stories, and no longer the joyful making of cool and beautiful things, and instead is about me getting a paycheck. And I know that because when I used to work for film and television as a writer, and that's what happened with me, like with writing. I started taking on jobs that I didn't like, working with people I didn't like, and I was getting paid great amounts of money, but I was not. It was unpleasant, and so the money just did not balance the. And again, maybe if I was getting paid if I got paid $1 million, for an album. And maybe then I could deal with shitty people. I just don't know. There might be some monetary balance that might override that. But for me, I carefully curate how I operate with music, and how I think about music and what I do, and to make sure that I can get up each morning excited about what I'm doing. But thank you guys. So thank you. I'm gonna go because, like I said, I've got a lot of things on my plate today. But okay. So I will be here tomorrow. But I'm not going to be here on Twitch. But you can check it out. Just go to my Patreon, patreon.com/getsetgo. Click join this community. It's a free. You can join for free. If you want, you can join. You can join it at like $1 a month, and you get all sorts of benefits. You get You get the podcast, you get the entire podcast episode like weeks before it actually hits stores. I mean, or hits podcasting services. You get access to music, you get access to albums, you get access to like a lot of stuff that you wouldn't normally like. I even just put out an exclusive album. It's a 22 song record called Precious Metal, Mettle. And so I made that available just to my Patreon community. So there are all sorts of things like that. Yeah, and $1 a week is it's $4 a month. So and that's the lowest end. But you literally could, if you wanted to, you could sign up for $1, download everything, and then cancel. That week. I don't care. The thing is I just want I want there to be some. To get access to everything, I just want you to provide some of your effort in exchange for my effort. I don't mind doing things for free. I don't mind turning people on to what I do and who I am. But I do think that there has to be some sort of blood transaction. This is my blood in exchange for your blood. This is my sweat in exchange for your sweat. Otherwise, things that I do lose complete value. All right. So, but yeah, anyway, I love you guys. Thank you. This is going to be the credits. And yeah, man. And then hopefully I'll see you guys in the streams in the next coming days. Adios. My pleasure, Paper Cat. Thank you, brother. Great to see you, man.